What's up, guys? Multi-call campaign. You've been asking for it, so here it is. It's nowhere else on the internet. I promise you that. So, if you want to learn how to set up a multi-call campaign, this means your voice AI assistant will call over a period of days rather than just calling one time. And you can determine all of the call outcomes and let those things live in their own pipelines and deliver a ton of value because the AI is doing all of your follow-up for you, right? You guys see where this is going. It's a really exciting video, so take action on it. Tons of value, nowhere else seen, and this will put you head and shoulders above the rest of the market because nobody else really has these systems. So just a little bit of gold there for you. You know me, I like to build client acquisition systems. So here's just a piece of that. This is the Voice AI multi-call campaign. Check it out, watch the video, take action, go hug a tree, call your mother, tell somebody you love them. All right, spread some love and light. Watch the video. I'll see you in there. Okay, we are rebuilding my multi-call workflow. Let's do it. Let's do it. So first things first is we want to be able to trigger the workflow somehow. So we have a tag trigger, DRC start. That's donor reactivation campaign start. Make sure allow reentry is on. This means that we can put contacts back into this workflow after they exit. Awesome. So first things first is we want to keep track of this inside of our opportunities. Opportunity. This is donor-based reactivation campaign inside of active. Active in DRC. I like to label everything so that I know what's happening without having to actually click on the pieces. Opportunity name, contact phone. Cool. All right. Now we're going to wait for business hours because we don't want to call people outside of the business hours. We're calling from Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's all good. I like to actually set this to like 11 just in case, if I'm on the East Coast and I'm calling somebody in the West Coast, 11 is at least it's 8 o'clock, so it's not the worst thing in the world. And 7 p.m. Okay. Save that. So this is going to wait for business hours. Drip, this is letting one contact through every 30 seconds to make sure we're not doing too much and blowing up the system. And this is going to remove all previous campaign tags. We're not using a text assistant, so I won't add that. For now, let's just add assign to user. This just makes somebody responsible for it. Michael, you're going to be responsible for it. Move. Yeah. We'll update this in a moment. But for now, we'll just take that. Okay, let's trigger the call, and this is a custom webhook. We have the details of that somewhere over here, right? This is a webhook that we just built. I'll make sure to blur these details. Put the webhook in. Talk. Save it. Save it. Cool. We're gonna add a field. Let's see if I already have. Alright, I'm gonna create a custom field called AI call count so we can actually like visualize how many times people have been called. Say we run them through the campaign multiple times. I want to actually be able to see that has happened. Let me just put this in the same folder that the AI, other stuff is happening with the AI transcript and whatnot. So we'll just go straight into the contact folder. It's a number, AI, call, contact, placeholder. Cool. Let's see, do I also have AI call outcome? Probably need that too, so let's go ahead and make that now. AI call outcome. Okay. Go back to automations. Testing. Let's do a math operation. AI call count, add 1. So this way, every time that the AI calls, +1 is being added. Now we're going to wait for the call to finish. The cool thing about SimpleTalk is it automatically adds these tags, either answered or did not answer. So we can wait. If somebody has been called, we can wait for a specific action to occur, specific condition to be met, and the condition we're looking for is the tag includes answered, or the tag includes did not answer, DNA. So we're going to wait for one of those two conditions to be met. If neither condition gets met after like a while, the conversation should not be lasting that long, but we're going to put like 1. I don't know why it's not letting me change that. So it's not letting me change the hour, so we're just going to put this to 60 minutes, just 59 minutes. Alright, well, at least it's saving that, so we'll put it to 60 minutes. And this is just a timeout. If for some reason the answer to the did not answer tag, like if neither of those things happened, then it'll move. But that call went off, this should be getting tagged. If somebody didn't get tagged, then it means that that call didn't actually trigger for some reason, and now we know, hey, we got to go back and troubleshoot. I'll show you how we do that in a second too. Wait for call to finish. Okay. We add an if else, because here we're looking for a couple options. Either the call was answered. So again, the tags includes answered, DNA, tags, oops, tags includes DNA. Now the third possibility is neither tag gets placed, which means that the contact went through that webhook and either the webhook didn't fire or the webhook did fire, but SimpleTalk never had a conversation. Sometimes you'd never know. It could be like their phone carrier blocked the conversation from going through. It could be a Twilio error. Lots of stuff can break at this point, but the only way to be able to notice if something broke is if we have an error branch to be able to determine that neither tag happened. So let's look at here. We have, if the call was answered, we have some stuff that can happen. I'm going to add a drip because sometimes, if you can do a bunch of calls at once, sometimes several calls might end at the same time. I don't want a bunch of actions firing at the same time because Go High Level can only do 10 actions per second, and I would like to stagger those actions. So this is drip 1 contact every 6 seconds. 0.1 minutes, 6 seconds. And we're going to put a webhook in here. I don't want to use the GPT that's built in to Go High Level because it costs way too much money. So we are going to be sending a webhook out to make.com. in order to like run a GPT from Make and get those responses back in here. I don't have the Make account set up right now for this one, so I won't show that, but we'll put that in there. Update webhook. We're gonna wait until that webhook is finished, like happening. So there's going to be a GPT inside of make.com that parses the transcript to determine the call outcome. We need to wait for that stuff to like go through. It shouldn't take more than a minute, but just to be conservative, I'm going to wait 2 minutes. Wait 2 minutes. And now there's stuff that could happen during the call, and we're going to be looking for specific outcomes. The outcomes for this particular campaign could be transferred. So contact details. We're looking for AI call outcome is, or well, we're going to use contains transferred. Make sure I spelled that right because this does matter. transferred, transferred. That's one possible outcome. The next possible outcome is, we're going to call it Micah, do you have written down there what our outcomes were by chance?
Yeah, one sec.
Contact details.
Interest transferred. Follow-up. Contact outdated / wrong person.
Interested was one of them, right? Transferred. Interested is they were interested but didn't transfer for some reason. Can you remember what was the logic behind follow-up then?
Follow-up was either they were busy, interest send information, or interest call me back, or not now.
Call. Oh, let's call count. Contains. All right, what else do we got?
Contact outdated or wrong person, which would just be archive. And then bad number, which would also be archive. So maybe we just put it all into one.
Yeah. Let's just call it wrong, bad contact, bad.
Yeah, because we should probably distinguish between not interested and bad contact.
Yeah, those are definitely two different things.
Yeah.
Let's start with, because not interested just means not interested right now. Like we'll still follow up with them again on the road. Not interested.
Outdated or
this needs to say is, because interested and not interested both will end up triggering something. So AI call outcome is the details call outcome. Okay. This will do bad. Let's do bad contact. Because this could be like wrong person or wrong number or, you know, any of that stuff.
Contact's no longer with us.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that is possible.
That actually might be more possible than you realize.
Yeah, with this market, I get it.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Hey, we all pass when it's our time, so it's all good. We are loved. All right. So we have
DNC.
Transferred, interested, follow up, not interested, bad contact, DNC, and this is do not contact. So they say like F off or something like that. Yeah. Oh. Contact details for a straight job. All outcome contains DNC. Anything else in there?
Did not answer or no answer.
Yeah, that should get automatically tagged. So we'll just put a voicemail on here because sometimes Simple Talk doesn't tag it correctly. In which case, we do want to catch it here so we can send it back into the campaign. Contains. That's it, right?
Uh, yeah, interest. And then are we doing interest transferred, interest not transferred? I don't think so, right? Because
Transferred is one of them. Interested is its own thing, but I don't remember what the difference between interested and follow up is.
it's the same thing.
Okay, then
Because it's like they're interested, but for whatever reason they didn't get transferred, so
they need to be
we didn't.
followed up with.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
need to
okay.
follow.
Then we're just gonna call it follow up because interested and not interested are too close. And
Yeah. Okay.
cool. So we have transferred, follow up, not interested, bad contact, DNC. I actually like to order this in order of like, oh, this is the best possible outcome. This is the second best. This is the third best. Uh, Bad contact is just one of those things that kind of puts it into this irrelevant category. So bad contact will go there. I'm just particular. Anyways, let's keep building some cool stuff. So now we're going to want to update the pipeline so that we can keep track of what's going on. So we have all of these options here: transferred, follow up, not interested, DNC, bad contact, voicemail, and error. Micah, I need you to remember that these are the things that we're about to make pipeline decisions for. Okay. All right. So let me go back to opportunities. Pipelines. Edit. Okay. Call outcome could be transferred. Follow up. Uh,
You want them again?
yes, please.
Transferred. Did we say no interest is its own bucket?
Yeah.
Okay. Transferred, no interest, follow up, bad contact, DNC. And then I had no answer, but we already have that.
We're missing voicemail, but that's gonna go back into the campaign anyways. Um,
Okay.
and then error. I think that was the only other one. We could track for call dropped, but we're not going to do that. And error, which just means it needs to be reviewed, and then somebody can do something about it. Just means the system is broken or something to be get tagged appropriately. Okay. Oops, wrong way. Wrong way. Go back. Okay. These are the potential outcomes then. Oh, did I add bad contact? I think I missed that one. Oh, no, I got it. Okay. All right, building from scratch. Here's the opportunity. Create opportunity. This is transferred, and it's in the donor reactivation campaign. On the stage, transferred. And let's just finish building out this one branch, and the rest will be. All right. I want to add a tag. Transferred. And we'll wait. We're doing 2 calls on the first day, but we'll wait 12 hours. This is because I'm going to set up something to be able to track this in a spreadsheet. So I want to make sure that the tags are kept on the right contact until my spreadsheet automation goes off, and then we can remove tags to clear the campaign data. Actioning. I'll probably end up coming back and tweaking this anyways, but for now, wait 12 hours. Then I want to remove the tags because it's going to leave the campaign. Remove tags. Remove contact tag. What was this campaign called? DRC start. So I'm removing the campaign tag. I'm adding the tag. DRC completed. This way I can easily see like who has actually gone through this campaign. DRC completed. All right. That is everything for now. Copy all. If somebody does get transferred, I think we had decided that we just let them transfer, or do we still try to send them information? Or do we just let them go?
I think we just let them go.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything to send them.
Okay.
We can add it later, but the DPC was like, email, text, whatever.
Cool. All right. Oh, that doesn't have to happen anywhere else. Okay, cool. All right, so we have transferred. We have follow up. We have follow up. What is this? Not interested. And this one is actually not interested. I typically use that to trigger another workflow that's called like 90-day hold, so that we can know to reach out to those people again in 90 days. So I'll set that campaign up later, but it's pretty much just going to be another workflow that's triggered when a contact moves into this stage. There's going to be a timer that pretty much takes off for 90 days, and once 90 days hits, it's going to drop another tag or send an internal notification or something like that to state, hey, this person hasn't been reached out to in 90 days. You can try again. Cool. Because, things change. Sometimes people say they're not interested, and then later they are. Happens all the time. DNC. This one has a bunch of stuff that actually happens in here. If they get marked as D and C, then we're actually also going to remove them from any other remove. We don't want to hit them anywhere. So remove them from all workflows. Typically also do a notification. Just because if somebody's like, if there's an issue that somebody has and there's like cursing or something along that line happening, we typically want it to be known. Internal notification. What else do we usually do at DNC? Internal notification. Oh, and we actually need to like turn do not contact on. So do enable. How do you find that? I'm gonna have to just scroll, I guess. There it is. Enable D&D. Do not disturb. Do not contact. Same thing for all channels. Let's change the name of that. Enable D&D all channels. Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's good to me. Bad contact. Bad contact. In the stage. Bad contact. Save. Tag is bad contact. Cool. And then voicemail. I do still give it a tag just because I want to, like, I want to know how often Simple Talk is mistagging stuff, like verse answered or did not answer. Because if we went to voicemail, it should get tagged as did not answer and go to did not answer. But sometimes it doesn't actually happen. And there is a setting called voicemail detection that's been in beta for like months. That's one thing that across the providers is not very accurate is voicemail detection. So this is
I definitely noticed that.
yeah. This is just for like us to be able to kind of track that. No real functionality of adding this tag other than I want to know how often this happens. We might turn voicemail detection on. What I notice is sometimes when it's turned on, it'll actually just hang up the call like randomly in the middle of the call. So we'll have to. I'll just think about that. We might leave it off. We might turn it on. And the last one, same thing for this error. So if for some reason the contact doesn't go down any of these fields, it just means like one of our steps is broken or like there's an error in the make GPT or something. But usually that only happens when we're doing too much volume all at once. So dripping only one contact every 30 seconds should cover that. But sometimes like the make scenario will turn off randomly because there's an error in there somewhere. Again, usually it's because of high volume, so that's why I'm really conservative about turning that down. But we do still kind of set this up to be able to track just in case. Like we still want to know. So let me actually just go ahead and error. Same thing as before. We just want to know if something's broken. The sooner we know, the better. Should actually probably set this to all users so that me and you are both getting notified when that happens. That should be it. Error, tag, wait, remove. And then this one needs to be a go-to step, which I think I need to put a first step up above before we do this, but let's see. Yeah, it won't let me drop it there yet. Okay. All right, so if they did not answer, we want to hold them until the next step of our campaign. How many hours in between call 1 and call 2, Micah?
Let's do 4 hours. Let's try that.
So if a voicemail is detected, and we just want to put them back into our campaign, so we're gonna just use that go-to. So if they end up going down that branch, they will end up back here. So we'll wait for 4 hours. We do want to wait for business hours, so just in case if we call them at like 7 p.m., we'll still be able to. They'll just get activated back in the morning when the day starts again. So let's set this to 11 to 7 p.m. And we actually are gonna add a little bit of a wait on here. Well, actually, no, we'll add a drip. That's fine. 0 minutes. Wait for business hours. Save. I added the drip here, right? 1 every 30 seconds. That should be 0.5. So I'm going to stagger the drip so that multiple contacts aren't getting triggered at the same time on different, like, because once one's on stage 2, they might get triggered at the same time as the contact is that is on stage 1. So when I add this drip here, I'm going to drip 1 contact every 0.55 seconds, which should be, instead of 30 seconds, I think, what is it? 0.1 is another. So 0.6 would be 36 seconds. Right? So 0.5 would be 33 seconds. Okay. 5. Drip 1 every 33 seconds. And we're going to do something very similar here. We're going to remove previous campaign tags. So remove contact tag. Remove the tag answered. We're going to remove the tag did not answer. And we're going to remove the tag voicemail.
You can keep rolling, Treasure. I gotta grab something real quick.
You're good. I can't even see you right now. Answered. Did not answer. Voicemail. Remove all the tags. Dripping is happening. And now we are going to launch the next call. And the reason we're removing the answer and did not answer tag is because we want it to be reset fresh so that when we launch the next call and we're trying to determine whether the call was answered or not, it's not going to be like one of the previous tags isn't going to throw the system off. So from here, it's mostly copy and paste. We're going to copy everything that happened for day 1 or call 1. And we're just going to paste that in here. Oh, I did forget to add one small thing. Let's go ahead and change this go to and drop that up here at the wait. This wait is going to be different because we're going to wait for like a whole call 3 happens on a different day, so we're going to have to change that wait step. And I also want to track how many calls people, like what stage of the calls are they on. So I'm going to add one more stage here, or opportunity here. This one. So after the call count, opportunity is call 1, DRC. I'm also going to label this as AI call. We're using Susan for this, so Susan. Alrighty. I'm gonna copy this action, drop it down here, and rename this AI call Susan. And change this to call 2. All right, so now we have 2 calls set up in this sequence. Save. I'm actually also going to turn on the specific time window in here, and this is going to be the same as our working hours. (11 to 7), Monday through Saturday. Oops, right. 11 to 7, Monday through Saturday. Cool. 11 to 7. Oop, that was only Monday through Friday. Double checking to ensure consistency. Yep, okay. And there's one more. Monday through Sunday, or Monday through Saturday, 11 through 7. Cool. All right, we are on call 3. Correct. Now, I'm going to separate this into another workflow because we can only have at most 300 actions per workflow, and we're getting close to that number. So at the end here, actually, what? Yeah, 1, 2. Okay. I'm actually going to do the rest of our calls on another workflow. All right. So AI donor reactivation campaign, call 1, 2. We're gonna back out and duplicate the workflow. The next one is going to be calls 3 through 5. Now in here, oops, let's actually go to the first one. So at the end of the first one, we are going to add to workflow. Add to workflow. The workflow is 3 through 5. Nice. Yep. 3 through 5. And this workflow just needs to look a little bit different. We don't need any sort of trigger because the trigger is always only going to happen at the end of the other campaign. So we don't need anything else to trigger this. we can remove the opportunity because it's different. Pretty much we just need to remove this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to copy. So the last workflow ended at wait for business hours. So this one needs to start at the step right afterwards. So I'm going to copy all actions. Just paste it right at the top. And then everything that's extra, we will just delete, which is all of this. This go to needs to go up to the wait. Okay. So we are on call 3. So call 3, call 3, call 3, save, wait for the call to finish, determine the tag, all that looks the same. Wait for business hours. Now, I want to remember what this looks like. We're just duplicating everything from, I actually didn't even need to pull it up over here. We're duplicating everything from here. I do want to stagger this drip differently because the 33-second drip is the same one as call 2. So call 3 will do 0.6. So every 36 seconds. And that means call 4 will probably just stagger it by, 39 seconds. We'll just copy everything from here. Right? Yeah, right. Fix this go to. And then one more time for call 5. Copy all actions from here. That happens there. And fix the go to. So at the end of this 5th call, what we're going to do is very similar. We're going to remove all the campaign tags. I actually also still want the drip because I don't want a ton of people going through the same thing at the same time. And after removing all of the campaign tags, we'll actually remove one more because they are about to exit this campaign. So we're going to remove the DRC start. DRC start. Too long. I'm going to add the tag DRC completed. Tag DRC completed. And we are going to move them into a new campaign. It's going to just be called unresponsive. I didn't make that opportunity yet, so let me go ahead and make that opportunity. Last possible outcome is unresponsive. What is this called? DRC. So that's just so I know that they were unresponsive to our donor reactivation campaign. And then we can decide what to do with them. Well, again, same thing as not interested. We just end up putting them into a 90-day hold. Opportunity is Boom. And that is it. That is the campaign. Now we just need to adjust some of the wait steps so we actually have like the timeline set, and I need to fix some of the drips and stagger them. So this one's at 36 seconds, so we'll make this one 39 seconds. And okay, call 3, so this is call 4. And this one needs to be probably every 42 seconds, which would be 7. And this is call 5. Oh. Okay. And at the end of call 5, if they still did not answer, the campaign tags get removed. We know that they're completed and they go to unresponsive. Unresponsive would probably trigger the same thing as, like I said, as the 90-day hold workflow, which would just be, okay, they get moved to unresponsive. Now there's a timer that's taking off for 90 days. And once 90 days is up, we'll get notified that it's time to put them back into another campaign. Cool. And that's that on that. Now, this last drip is not highly relevant. It doesn't have to be such a slow drip. We can just turn it to like 12 seconds or something like that. It's just making sure people aren't like coming through here at the exact same time. I'm just gonna call it 2.5. But actually, that's fine. 12 seconds is fine. Okay. Now, last details are actually just the separation between when the campaigns start. So I know that call 1 happens, 4 hours later, call 2 happens. Call 3, how much later was that, Micah? You might still be gone. Ayo, Micah. Michael. Fancy seeing you here. All right. I think I have notes for what the campaign staggering was. Yep, here it is. All right, so 2 calls on day 1. The next call is just a day later. So call 3. Let's see when that's being triggered. So call 1 happens. Call 2 happens the same day. Call 3 should be the next business day. So hypothetically speaking, say the last person gets called at 7 p.m. We should just be able to wait 12 hours. It'll be outside of the business day for this first day. Now, if call 1 happens at 7 p.m., call 2 is going to happen call 2 will still happen. Call 1, wait 4 hours. It's going to be outside of the business hours, so it's still going to happen to. Okay, well, that's fine. They'll just be staggered. If call 1 happens at like 7 p.m., wait for 4 hours, you're going to put them into day 2 anyways. Day 2 will happen bright and early at 11 a.m., and they'll wait for 12 hours, and it's still going to put them into the next day. So people who get called at the end of the day for the first call are going to be separated by, they're going to get 3 calls over 3 days, and people who are called earlier in the day on day 1 or on call 1 will get called twice on the first day and once on the second day, and then they're going to wait a couple days. So that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to wait 12 hours before we go on to call 3. And call 3, we want to be separated by a couple nope, still just 1 day. So that's what's happening. So call 3 happens. Right. Call 4, we don't want to happen for a few days. We're going to wait 3 days. So this is 24. What, 72? Oh, well, there should be a days option yet. Wait 3 days.
Back in action.
What's up? Just putting the final details on the call 4 happens 3 days later. And call 5 happens a whole 10 days later. What happens? Wait 10 days. Wait 3 days. Wait 10 days. If they still don't answer, I'm just gonna wait 12 hours to get, just so any tracking in the spreadsheet can happen. Okay, follow up bleach dream, call on requested date. This is a whole other thing, so we just won't even worry about that right now. Okay, campaign is all set up. The only things that need to be done now are updating these webhooks so that we can go to make and trigger the actual call parsing. So, Michael, do you know if there's a make.com account created already? If you all have a make account?
Yeah, I can send it to you.
Cool. Can you just invite me as a user?
You know what? I think I added you.
Maybe you did. Oh, actually, I think you did. Let me. Yes, you did. There we go. Oh, okay. I see you going through the Make Academy. Okay. I respect it. Learning some
Yeah.
animations. There you go.
You know, it's funny because they haven't even finished it. There's all the expert level courses are still in development.
Yes, they are. So everybody got some time to catch up still. Okay.
Yeah.
This is gonna be.
How long? Make's been around for a while though. I know they rebranded.
Yeah, they were Integramat before. DFC all multi. No, what's it called? DRC. Well, they'll all probably be able to go through the same call outcome. Unless we eventually. Yeah, that's fine. DRC call outcome. Book. Save that. Copy that. Thank you. And so that I don't have to. I mean, I'm going to have to update this anyways, but I hope I saved that before. Let me just make sure. I don't think I changed anything, but yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to add this to a custom value. This webhook. Called DRC call outcome. I don't have any folders right now. So please don't let the world see that. Thank you. Okay. Testing. And we are doing this so we can avoid the extra charges. They're ridiculous. Boom. Boom. Save. Boom. Oh. Oh. All righty. Let's save that bad boy. Now is where things get exciting. We're gonna test something. We're gonna do a little split screen action here. I don't know if you guys ever played Halo back in the day, but dual screen. Um, it's like I'm playing two-player mode. Okay. Let's go to the contact. Let's start. We're gonna clear this. And what is our tag? DRC start. All right, so DRC has been started. Should be able to go back to my campaign and notice, oh, it's not turned on. Really, guys. Who forgot to turn that workflow on? Can't trust nobody, huh? Okay, let's go back. Please blur that. Thank you. Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's try that again. DRC start. Ah, look at that. I have been pushed into an opportunity. Automations. We will see that I am active in this campaign. Let's go. And now I'm just waiting for business hours. And it's set to between 11 and 7. I wonder what time zone I'm in because I shouldn't actually be waiting there, I don't believe.
Also, it's Sundays off.
Ah, it's because today is Sunday. That's why. I was like, it's not 7 o'clock here yet. It's only 6:46. All right. So that's okay. I can always just hit force contact to next step, which I'm going to do. Force contact to next step. Where's my phone? Okay. Now I'm in the drip, which is also just waiting for the next business day because it's Sunday, and so I'm gonna force myself past the drip. Huzzah! Now we should be getting called here in just a moment. There we go. Phone's going off. Look at that. This is Trey John. What's happening? Okie dokie. All right, I'm gonna hang up now. Bye. All right, so we should see now that I answered, so we're gonna get the answer tag. That's gonna update in a moment here. See, it pushed me through to the left side, and we should see this go off in just a moment. Should see this go off in just a moment. Where am I at? I'm right there, waiting for the drip. Waiting for the drip. Come on, come on. Oh, well, I have to push myself again because it's Sunday, so nothing's gonna happen. Ah, there we go. Now we're waiting for 2 minutes. All right, so I set this up. I'm just gonna speed run this real quick. We have 2 minutes to build this. I guess I could have built it before I actually did the connection. We need to get some credits in there. So for the moment, we're just gonna skip that for half a second. High level. We're setting up high level. We're updating a contact, create a connection. To choose the location that we're connecting this to, what is this? This is DPC. We'll set up a different account for the next one. So to find this, well, we'll actually just call this big dial. We're gonna go to settings. Please edit all of this stuff out, guys. Thank you. Please edit all of this out. Thank you. Yay, we found the location. Contact ID is getting passed from the webhook. Contact ID. So notice who to update. We are looking for call outcome. We're gonna have a GPT in here that maps it, but for now we're just gonna do a testing one. I'm gonna do not interested. Call count will get added. all that other stuff gets added automatically. So just for the moment, we're going to turn this on and save it. Oh, well, nothing's actually going to happen yet. So we're going to run this again. Let me go ahead and take my time and actually build this. Hey, there's not an OpenAI account yet, right? That's what we had discussed.
Not yet.
Okay.
Can make one right now.
Yeah. We don't have to make mine. So while that's being made, let me go ahead and go to another screen that has less sensitive info on it. Let's go back to automations. Let's go back to testing. So we're gonna see where I ended up. Should end up in error. Yep, there I am. Error because nothing was inside of that call outcome, right? On my contact, AI call outcome contains, it doesn't contain any of these things because it never got updated. So that's why after 2 minutes, I went down the error path. I'm down here. I'm waiting for 12 hours. A good thing to double check right now is, okay, let's make sure everything is firing correctly. Let's go to opportunities. I should be in error. Oh, there I am. Look at that right there. I'm in error. Please edit my phone number out. Thank you, guys. All right. All right. Okie dokie. So let's set up this bad boy over here. You guys are about to see a little bit of prompting as well. Why not? Might as well give you a little taste. So we're gonna go Claude. I love Claude. Let me log into this bad boy real quick. Okay.
All right, I made an account. I'm trying to figure out how to add credits.
All right, it was an Open AI account, right? Not the GPT account.
OpenAI API account.
Yep, you need to go to API. If you share your screen, actually, I can walk you through that real quick. Okay, if on the left side, if you go down to API keys, you're gonna need to verify your phone number first. Guys, please blur this. Thank you. And this part.
Oh, okay. It's upgrade to
Please upgrade to Pay Plan to start. That's fine. This API key is tied to your user. That's fine. Please blur this out. Thank you. Make sure to save that somewhere.
I'm gonna send it to you too.
Okay.
Just in the Google chat.
Yeah. Guys, please blur all this out. Thank you.
All right. Now.
All right. Now you need to go to usage on the left. Usage. Go to increased limit on the right. You see that? Increase limit on the right side of your screen. It's like right under the $0.
Sorry. It opened a new tab. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So share. There you go. This one.
Go up to billing.
Billing.
And you need to add payment details.
Okay. Okay. This one I will stop sharing.
Yeah, cool. That's good. and then just add like $10. Okay, and I'm gonna go back to the other stuff I have going on. Okay, we have the API key. We can connect that. Please blur this. Thank you. All right, we're in. This will be set to 4 in just a second once Micah's done, but for now we'll just use Turbo. Tokens should never be long. The results from these things are going to be very short, so 50 tokens is perfect. All right. So for the messages, we are going to be making a system prompt so that the AI knows what it is doing. We're going to use Claude to help write this. Hey, what's up, Claude? I need you to help me write a prompt for another assistant that is going to be reviewing call transcripts, analyzing the call transcript, and determining what the call outcome was. And what are we looking for? The possible call outcomes are transferred, follow-up, not interested, DNC, bad contact, voicemail. Transfer.
All right. OpenAI ready to go.
Cool. Thanks. Follow. Am I still
You want the login?
Huh? No, I don't need that. I already have your API key. We're good. I already made the connection. Not interested. Not interested. DNC. Bad contact. Voice mail. I need you to maintain the all caps in the response for the assistant you are going to be prompting. I need you to give training to the assistant that tells the assistant to determine the call outcome based off of what happens during the call. Give some instructions on how to determine what happened on the call. And let the assistant know to respond with the call outcome. Maintain the all caps, and no other words. I'm just going to say, good thanks. Okay. All right. So this is going to give us the foundation for okay. Determine the call transfer no person. I'm going to give it a little bit more. So just for a bit more context on some of the possible outcomes, for transferred, this will be determined if the caller was transferred to either the call center or the secure payment line. For follow-up, this can be determined if the caller was interested but didn't end up transferring for some reason, or if they asked to be followed up with at another time, or if any level of interest was detected but no further action on the call was taken, like they weren't transferred. Not interested is just if they weren't interested right now, nothing happened on the call that was exemplary, right? DNC is if they use any swear language, like swear at the assistant or say, remove me from your list, or mention being on the do not call list. Bad contact is if the contact information was incorrect, like it's not the right person, or if the phone was the wrong phone number, or if the intended contact is deceased, or anything along those lines. And then voicemail is if you determine that you went to voicemail, and give some ways to determine that. Okay. Okay. So we're going to take this prompt, we're going to drop it into the system message here, and we're just going to clean it up a bit. The possible outcomes are if the call was transferred to the call center or payment line, respond with transferred and no other words. Respond with follow up. Now, what goes inside of this response here? Let me just go ahead and make.
You want to share your screen?
Oh, you guys haven't been seeing this? My bad. Once you.
Sorry. Oh wait.
Can you see it?
Okay, never mind. No, that's on me.
Okay, cool.
I just didn't pin it.
Everything that's happening inside of this GPT, like these responses, need to match what we're looking for inside of these fields. So we're looking for transferred, follow up, not interested. It needs to match exactly. So, oops. Keep rolling. Respond with follow up. Respond with not interested. No other words. Respond with D and C in no other words. Respond with bad contact in no other words. Respond with look for indications that a message was left to determine. If the call went to voicemail, look for indications that well, that's not going to work. That the call was sent to voicemail. And we'll give some examples for how to determine that, but for now, voicemail, then respond with voicemail and no other words. After analyzing the call transcript, please respond with. I'm gonna move this down some. So I'm actually gonna give some examples now to increase the accuracy of this response, and I'm gonna change this to 4 now that it's paid. Yep, 4 since April. So we're gonna add some messages from the user assistant. So if the transcript says something like, please hold you to the secure payment line or secure donation line. I don't remember, but whatever. It's smart.
It's donation. Secure donation line.
Donation. exclamation line. So this prompt has to match what you're expecting to get in the conversation, you know. So think about what is a possible user journey, and based on that user journey, what is the outcome that we're looking for. So this would be transferred. So we're just giving examples to the assistant right now. User, something else that might say.
Is your loom rolling?
Yes, it is.
Okay. The number's not ticking for me. Just FYI.
Oh, yeah, it's because we're past an hour, so it's just gonna be on the minute.
Okay.
No, I'm not ready to donate right now. That would be not interested. And let's give it one more example. Yeah, can you call me back later? The assistant response should be follow up. So we gave it a few examples. I'll actually do one more. User. Leave a message after tone. Now this one can get a little sticky because, say for example, we're transferring the call to the call center and the call center doesn't answer, and then the AI gets a voicemail at the call center. It is going to get a little confused. But I'll think of a way to handle that later. For now, that's just something to keep in mind. Oh, we still need one more. This is voice mail. Okay. So I gave it some examples of what it needs to do. Now back to the system prompt. After analyzing the call transcript, please respond with only the determined call outcome and no other words. Here is the transcript. This is coming from the field AI transcript. And I also am going to tell the assistant what time it is right now, just in case somebody says like, oh, call me tomorrow. I don't have any follow-up logic in here. We can determine the specific follow-up time. Like if people are like, can you call me back on Friday at 12? I could determine that. We probably won't launch that for V1, but right now, date and time is, I am still just going to put a little more context in here for if I want to do that later.
We could probably default it to 1 week after first touch.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just to make it easy.
I like that. Right now, date and time is, here's the transcript.
Now there's going to be multiple outcomes or multiple responses to get to a follow-up. So it could be, hey, I'm busy, call me back later. Hey, I'm out of town for the week. A quick no interest, I think, would be a follow-up.
Yeah.
So if they have no idea what you're calling about, or this sounds interesting, let me talk to the wife.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about donating.
Was busy at the moment or out of town or the call was interrupted without clear reason for ending.
Do we have a document with all the if-ins, thens that you can just pick and choose from depending on the campaign that you're trying to run?
Like this prompt, like I'm confused about the question.
I guess when you're thinking through all the if-ins, thens, and you don't want to miss anything, is it beneficial just to kind of brainstorm those out before you build the prompt?
Yeah, well, I don't have a document, but me and Micah had already kind of gone through all of the different opportunity, like all of the different things. So that's why I just kind of asked Micah what we'd already discussed, and it's pretty standard. Like the only other things that typically we might build a campaign for is some people want the AI to be booking automatically, so we'd have a call outcome for AI booked. Some people want a payment link or something like that sent out, so we'd do like send link, and all of that's going to be based on what is your assistant's role, like what is your assistant supposed to be like actually doing during the call, and that's what you base the rest on. But yeah, we could put a document together that just kind of has all of the logic that you might want to put in this prompt. I've done this like several times, enough to know that I can just go like remake it real quick. But yeah, I mean, I have like, at this point, like 6 different variations of this prompt running on different accounts.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it's always going to be pretty much the things that we're determining. The only other couple ones are like, again, you might want a booked appointment if that's what we're doing, or you might want to send link of some sort.
Okay, cool.
High level. Now we're just mapping the call outcome. So we're looking for call outcome is the response from this GPT. It's going to be the result. Hit OK. Make sure to save your scenarios. I'm also going to turn the creativity down, or the temperature down, just a little bit on this assistant here. Let's go to show advanced settings. We're just going to turn it down just a touch, 0.7. And again, team, please blur my contact information from over here. Thank you. Not that it hasn't already been exposed on the internet. It's fine. Save. All right, let's run another test. Save outcome. So where am I existing right now? Right now I'm over here. I'm going to push myself out of the campaign. I'm going to save that too. Push. Yay. Now if I go back to my contact. All right, the tag's on me. Answered, error, DRC completed, because I left the campaign. Now, one thing I need to change. I'll go do that right now. But at the beginning of the campaigns, we do want to remove this answer tag, or a DNA tag. Like when you start a new campaign, you want to start completely fresh and remove all tags. So that's what was here that I meant to change earlier. So remove all tags. And this is really just remove all campaign tags, but answered DNA. Yeah, we'll just remove all campaign tags. So we're looking for anything that could have happened during the last campaign. So answered, did not answer. We're looking for transferred. We're looking for follow-up. Not interested. Did we not add a not interested tag? Let's see. Let's go check real quick. Haha, well, see, I did not interested. I just changed the name, but didn't actually make the tag, which means I need to fix that for the other ones. Oops, not interested. So let me just go ahead and do that real quick. And remind me to do the same thing for day 3, or call 3 through 5. And this is why you test things, so you can pick up on errors, because nobody's perfect. Not interested. Bad contact. DNC. Voicemail. Error. What else we got? Transferred. Follow up. Not interested. DNC. Bad contact. Voicemail. Error. That's all of them. There's one more tag that gets auto populated by Simple Talk, and it's called transfer, which we're not doing anything for right now. We're not really tracking for. Because if they transfer, they also have the answer tag, and if they transfer, we should still get to see that over here. And so that's just something we can filter for, but it's not necessarily anything that the campaign is being affected by. That is something that I could add, though, if there was like, if I wanted to put another branch here that is specifically just for the people who like have that tag. But if they answered, they should still end up going down the transferred path, and I'll still get to see that regardless. But maybe I could just add in here that tags includes answered or transfer. It's not going to really make a difference because we'll still have answered on it. So there's not really anything I need to do. It's just something to note that the tags will also have transfer. But we're not really determining anything about the campaign from that tag, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's try this again. So everything is on. I'm gonna go to contact. Boom, boom. Well, I can actually just add that stuff because it's about to get removed anyways. No, that means there is one more tag I have to remove that I just realized I didn't remove before. DRC start. You should get to see. Yep, look, I just moved back into the opportunity stages. Let's go testing. I'm right there waiting because it's Sunday. I'll fix that in just a second. But there's one more tag I need to remove, which is DRC completed, because we are doing another campaign. Wahoo. All right. I'm going to push myself. Another place you can push yourself is you just click. You should be able to just click on it, whatever. Yeah, there we go. Run. Go on to the next one. Push myself again. Go. All right, so the first test we're going to do is we're going to do an answer. I'm going to do a transfer test, and we're going to just test each branch.
Hello, this is Susan calling from the Jerusalem Prayer Team.
Hello,
To speak with Trey John.
that is me. I would like to donate. Can you please transfer me?
Hello, Trey John. So glad to hear that you're willing to support our cause.
Awesome.
Your past donations have made a significant impact.
Yep. Can you please transfer me?
Grateful for your. Before I transfer you, I'd love to
Just go ahead and transfer me now. I don't need to be updated on nothing. Just give me a transfer so I can donate. Thank you.
Absolutely, I understand your eagerness to donate. Before I transfer you, I just want to express my gratitude for your willingness to support our cause. Your contributions really make a difference in the lives of the families affected by the conflict.
Awesome.
Can I ask what motivates you to
Please
support our mission?
donate. Let me donate.
I appreciate your eagerness to donate, and I'm truly grateful for your willingness to support our cause. Before I transfer you,
Go ahead and
I just want
transfer
to
me.
express my Absolutely, I understand your eagerness to donate. Before I transfer you, I just want to express my gratitude.
I must
for your willingness
have
to
prompted
support
her to really want to ask a bunch of questions, which I'll fix in a second. Can you please transfer me?
Absolutely, I understand your eagerness to
Yeah,
donate. Before I transfer you, I just want to express my gratitude for your willingness to support our cause.
just one moment.
Your contributions really make a difference in the lives of the families affected by the conflict. Can I ask what motivates you to support our mission?
Yeah, I just really care about the cause.
Thank you for sharing that, Trayon. Your compassion and care for the cause are deeply appreciated. Your support truly means a lot to us. Now, if you're ready, I can transfer you to the secure donation line.
Please do.
Thank you, and may God bless you. Please hold. Please leave your
All right, cool. It transferred. So like I said, I am going to have to update the prompt. Well, I'm going to have to update the prompt in the assistant because when I'm transferred, I do end up hitting a voicemail. So I'm gonna think creatively for how to still make sure that we get the transferred outcome. It won't be a problem when we're sending people to the IVR, right? Because it's going to hit the IVR. But when it goes to the call center and it ends up hitting a voicemail at that point, it is going to have the recording of like the voicemail, and it might get a little confused. But I'll tell it to prioritize the transferred outcome over anything. So now we're just waiting at this wait for call to finish step. Well, we're probably actually waiting at the drip step, yeah. There we go.
FYI, for their call center on Google, the numbers rotate based on availability. So I'm not sure if they have that, if we do something similar to that for this campaign, but they do have it to where.
Is there one line that we can transfer to every time?
Yes.
I'm just going to go ahead and push this. So as you guys can see, that outcome has been figured out. Let's see what the response was. Yep, the result was transferred, which is cool. So what we should see when I run this contact is we should see me go down the left wing, and I should end up in that wait for 12 hours step. Oh, it's still processing. Yep, look at that. Oh, or maybe not. Where am I at? Let's see. Oh, I'm in an error, which means something did not get labeled correctly. Let's see. I want to see call outcome. Let's make sure. Call outcome. And I see the result was transferred. I spelled transferred wrong because the result here is transferred with 2 R's. And I have been spelling it with 1 R. Can somebody tell me what the actual correct? Yep, 2 R's. So that's my bad, guys. Learn how to spell. Note for future self. Learn how to spell. Transferred, which means I'm gonna have to change all of these. Oh, all right. So I'll do this later, but I am gonna go back through and transferred, update all of these things that I've misspelled. And just while I'm doing it now, I'm just gonna go ahead and delete that tag that's labeled wrong too. Transferred. I hope that deleted what I wanted to delete. Transfer. Yeah, okay, transferred. And let me update it over here as well. So the reason that errored out was because it wasn't spelled right. GPT responded with transferred with 2 R's, and I was telling it to look for transferred with 1, which is again why we test. Transferred. Okay. And the reason why on the call it wasn't actually transferring when I wanted it to transfer is because I was just trying to skip through like the conversation, which is not real. Like usually when you're doing these tests legitimately, like after I do a test for each of the outcomes, I would actually then do real role plays. Right now I'm just testing to see like if I did something, if I set everything up correctly. The next tests will be, okay, role plays to make sure that these things actually like go according to plan on an actual like call. And then it's launching it into the market with, okay, well, let's do 50 calls. Let's do 100 calls. Let's do 500 calls. Just slowly ramping up. But that's the stages of testing. If I hadn't done these tests now and I had just jumped straight to launching out to the market, I wouldn't have caught these things that I didn't do correctly. So now I know I need to go back through here and change all of these. Right. I'll have to change that. change the tag name. That's not too hard to go back through and fix the stuff that you broke. I mean, I've already spent an hour and a half building it, so what's another 5 minutes fixing it? Transferred, 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 transferred. All right, so call 1 is fixed, call 2 is fixed, and I need to fix the remove all tags. Right, yep. Transferred. Huzzah. We have slayed the beast. We win. Okay. All right, let's do another test. I should be gone. Yep, I'm already gone. Let's check execution logs. Okay. Let's try again. Let's find me. Please blur this contact information, team. Thank you. Now I could go through and have a whole nother conversation, which I will, just because I want to see some of these things. DRC start. Again, see, I just went back into the pipeline again. Let's go to automations. Let's push. Now, I've tested a couple times for answers. I know that it's at least going down the right path, and I know that it is putting the right outcome out. Like, I did see that the transferred worked, which is cool. It was just my bad for spelling it wrong. So I would typically be thorough, and I'd go through and make sure that each of these is going correctly. I'd force it. I'd just say, hey, can you leave the outcome follow-up, leave the outcome follow-up. I just make sure that it was very obvious which path I wanted to go down that I was testing, and then I would go back and do role plays and like switch it up. But for now, I'm actually going to do a did not answer because I want to make sure the did not answer section is working. And again, none of these things are firing because it's Sunday and I have my business hours set to Monday through Saturday. My phone is ringing, but I'm not going to answer. Hang up. And let's see what happens. Why did this if else fail? Wait for call to finish. All right, let's try that again. Wait for call to finish. This should have marked my contact as DNA. Tags includes answered or tags includes DNA. Let's see if my contact has either of those tags on it. It is supposed to be updated automatically, so it should. But it did not. Fix that for now. It says transfer. And maybe it didn't mark it as DNA because I already had the transfer tag on, which is good to know. So we will start removing that tag, but right now, like, it just errored out and nothing happened. Again, which is why we do these tests. So if I want to catch for that in the future, this will time out after 60 minutes and it'll go somewhere. For now, I'm just gonna remove myself from the workflow. And in the future, I do want to be able to catch for if something was not tagged appropriately. So that's why down the error branch, we would have a notification. Contact name, not tagged. Not tagged, answered, /DNA. And this is how we do quality assurance. Very important stuff. We'll send that to all users. Why? Why not? There are issues with, why is that showing up as a link? That is weird. It's not supposed to happen. Okay. Alright. Internal notification. And that's probably enough for the moment. Yeah. You can also add tasks here. Like if you really want to be thorough, you can add a task that reminds you to actually do something about it. I don't feel like it right now, but you know, do you? So we're gonna test this again. I should already be removed. Let's see. Just remove myself from the workflow. Why was I on the wait 4 hours? It could have just taken a while. Let's go back and check if the DNA tag ended up getting placed, because it looked like I did eventually just move to the next step. I did! Look at that. So everything was working fine. It just took a little second to load. So I don't have to change anything. It's good to know. Don't jump to too many conclusions. Sometimes you just have to refresh and wait. Okay, so everything's working well. We did just go down the DNA path. I did remove myself from the workflow, so nothing's going to happen, but what I would have just done next is just wait and keep pushing myself. But this whole thing is set up the same way as the first one is, so it should work the same exact way. I already updated my transferred stuff. I will add the same notification here that I had before. And now we know everything should flow. So what I would do next to really, like I said, we would do role plays, and I would actually just let my contacts sit in here. So I would push Micah through here, and I would just let it play out like regular. And then just tell him, hey, answer or don't answer these calls and see what happens, and we can get some realistic testing going through to make sure that everything is working well. I need to go to call 3 and 5 and fix those, because they're still looking for transferred with the wrong spelling. So transferred. Transferred. Boom. Oh, let's add the tag. Don't forget that. It's important. Okay, and like I said, the only other thing I would really add is I would add that internal notification on all of these. Let's see. Internal email to all users. Subject is not tagged, answered /DNA. That's weird that keeps happening. Grab that bad boy, drop it there. Okie dokie. Unresponsive. So we'll add another workflow that gets triggered by the unresponsive tag, and you can add other sorts of nurture in here, but if we're just doing an AI voice campaign, we just built a campaign from scratch with all the moving pieces. Make is up and running. We could put logic for follow-up, so I'll do that later. If you want to determine, like, we might get inbound calls back in. We haven't really decided what we're going to do about inbound calls yet. But if inbound calls come back into the same number, then we might put like another step in here that is picking up contact details. But if a call comes back in, it should probably be the same number that it went out on. So it should just update the same contact like normal. Anyways, that's all I can really think of right now. Shouts out everybody who stuck around to watch this for an hour and 45 minutes. You are heads and shoulders above the rest of the market at this point, because I have seen a lot of workflows and nobody has this built out, and this is not found anywhere else on the internet. So I'm proud of you for sticking around. I appreciate you for being here. I love you lots, and I wish you much abundance and success in your journey. If you are a company owner looking to leverage voice AI, check us out. I can send you to the right resource. If it's not me and my team and my partners, then I have plenty of partners who would love to hook you up. If you're a hobbyist, enthusiast, anything else, thank you for being here. Follow the free school community group, Voice AI Marketing and Sales. I do have the brand new Infinite X community dropping very, very soon. Get excited. Shouts out Jadari and Greg over there. I'm really excited about the platform. It is our own white labeled social media app. Super hype. Yeah. So, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions whatsoever, please let us know. We would love to get you hooked up. More people need to have these skills because we are changing the world, and I want to change it with you. Micah, Michael, do you guys have anything to say to YouTube at all?
Let's get it, baby.
What you got, Michael? Come on, you can say something too. Don't be shy. Tell the world how you really feel.
I don't have much to say. Very exciting industry we're in. So if you're following along with us, you're only going up. So exciting stuff.
Preach, baby, preach. By the love of God, we are here making some big waves. It's impact. And I'm super grateful for you guys for being here with me today. Thank you for your patience and watching all of this get built. And let's spread some love and light. That's what we're here to do. I'll catch you, YouTube. Peace.